spot. So this is the maple.
That's the maple.
The maple is what? It's called what?
Highfield Maple Amber.
Highfield Maple Amber. Huh? Yeah, right now we're at Gridiron, and we got Luke serving us at the new place on 1051 Main Street. Opening when?
That is a good question. As soon as we get all our permits ready, it'll be in about a month, probably.
About a month. You can go at the other location for now, and we got Jillian walking in.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Jillian and Adam.
Hello.
Gonna join us for a
Tristan? Jill,
a flight.
nice to meet you.
So we got Jill and Adam joining us, and we got a flight already set up.
Yes.
Beautiful.
You guys want 2 flights?
No, we'll do one. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
I've now seen every square inch of the village of Hampton, and it's
a beautiful
beautiful.
place.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah.
First time yours.
Yeah.
Mine too. I didn't know you were open.
We're not here.
Okay, great.
You guys are the first people.
Special occasion.
Yes. Yeah, this is not a sanctioned event necessarily, but it's a
Special event for your show.
That's it. We got a bunch of the paint on, and we're very close to having all our permits done. It's just for a little tasting. It's all right.
It looks great.
Thank you.
Okay, first one on the menu is what?
It's a Highfield Maple Amber. So for this one, we brew it with maple sap instead of water. That adds a little bit of smoothness, a little bit of sweetness, and it's a pretty easy drinking beer. We then add a few gallons of maple syrup. So compared to our regular,
syrup.
it is a nice. It has the maple flavor, but it's not overwhelmingly sweet.
Well, I haven't been sucking on trees yet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The day is still young.
Good.
Thanks.
It tastes good, and like you say, the taste of the syrup is not, it's
Probably at the end of the day, probably I'll go search a tree and.
Yeah, that's it.
You wanna go lick some trees?
You can compare it.
As long as there's not no frogs.
Yeah. Yeah. That one we brew with Highfield maple syrup, which is obviously where the name comes from, the Highfield maple amber. This is the second year we've done a maple beer. Last year we did a maple brown.
Okay.
And it was also well received, but this one is a slightly lighter style. The maple tends to come out a little bit better. So the next one is Grapefruits of Wrath. It's a Hefeweizen style beer, so it has normally would have a bunch of bitter orange peel. We had a bit of an ordering mishap, so we decided to, make grapefruit juice out of. When life gives you grapefruits, you make grapefruit beer. So it's.
Oh, there you go.
This one's got like a fruity taste.
So it has. We put in a bunch of.
It's like a kind of like a radler.
Almost. It has some grapefruit juice. We zested a bunch of grapefruits, put a bunch of the zest in the boil to get the bitterness from those.
Yeah.
And then instead of just tossing the grapefruits out,
like
we switched
get
them
the
up and put them in
grapefruit.
as well. So
Get the grapefruit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. And then the next one is our. I got these all in order. The next one is the Sunfish Cap. It's a classic American business pilsner. What's that?
It's good. It's not really my
That's
favorite.
all right. Yeah, no, that's okay.
But
Not my cup of beer.
That's you don't. That's why we figured we'd bring 5. There's the next one is our Sunfish Cap. It's a classic American pilsner. So it's a pilsner brewed with a lot of American hops. So it's all Pilsner hops. We give it a nice, almost like a blackberry kind of flavor to them. It's a floral as opposed to citrusy hop. So it's a little bit nicer. And then we ferment it with an American ale yeast instead of a lager yeast. To give it, it's almost like a cream ale kind of style. So it's a nice, easy drinking summertime beer. And of course, because it's American, we put 20% corn in to give it that distinct American flavor. And then the next one is Zambapalooza. We've been doing a bunch of experiments on New England style IPAs. So this one is brewed with only Zamba hops.
Zamba.
I had never heard of until I got an email from one of our suppliers that said they had these new hops, and I thought, let's try it out. So they've got a lot of grapefruit flavor, but also a whole bunch of citrus, tangerine, stone fruit, that kind of stuff.
So before you said tangerine, I was like, Yeah,
It's a very typical kind of New England IPA.
I like this one.
It is nice.
That's
yeah.
good.
And now we did this one. We didn't want to do like a super strong IPA, so we brought that one down. I want to say to around 4.9%.
Okay.
So it's still light enough that you can drink a pile of it, but it's not not a boring beer for sure. And then the last one on the list is
Stout.
our Ashes Stout. Yes. So it's
That's
Ashes to ashes.
yeah.
So now this one and the first one I drank.
Yeah. So typically, stout would have somewhere between like 3 and 5% of dark malt, like black malt or brown malt. This one we put in 12%. That gives it like a lot of bitterness actually comes from the malt at that point. So it's almost like astringent that you get that sort of a lot of tannins, a lot of other stuff in that. It's definitely a nice. Again, it's also 6%, so it's a little warming, not super duper strong, but it's got enough going on it that it makes it quite exciting, I would say.
I like stouts.
Yeah, they're. Thanks.
It's quite the lineup.
Smooth.
Yeah, so normally we have, like I thought we were bringing 8 beers, but instead we did bring a couple of sets of cans you guys take with you. So you take those. Actually,
Okay.
you guys take these.
Oh,
And,
cute.
just 'cause we,
thanks.
Pale ale.
yeah, so it's, we did have our grapefruit plays in cans as well, but if you were bringing it down, we'd send you guys one with the Ballard. The Ballard is also definitely our most popular beer that we sell. We do have it on tap, but I figure if you guys are taking cans with you, then it's not. Get out of the shot here.
Be right back.
Good to know. You guys want to just detour back up north.
Yeah.
And,
It's a hell of a community.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But if you want, I can give you my number. So I didn't everywhere.
Well, I think right now we ended up insulating everything back there for like just regular
There's not a lot of companies as spring.
earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah.
Again.
No.
I'm sorry.
Which one did you like, Jill?
I mean, honestly, I'm in the stout world.
Yeah, me too.
So that's where.
I think
that's where I'm
Ashes
gonna
to
go.
ashes.
we're all going to agree on that.
Yeah.
one.
And the Pilsner. I like your Pilsner.
Yeah, me too.
It sells well for us when we have it on too.
It's
So.
super easy to do. It's not hard to sell.
It was the first one was the first one too.
First one's the sap water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one wasn't that. Me, it's just this one I wasn't too crazy.
That was the grapefruit. Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And the grapefruit.
That's a cool little project.
It is, yeah, and so we work with the guy that I used to work with. He shows up with his truck, big Ford diesel, whatever, has a big tote on the back with the.
That's what I have at
full of maple
250.
syrup. Yeah.
Nice.
So he pulls up with that, and we have a little gas powered pump that we pump it into the tanks with, and then we brew it the next day. But so we have to sort of, it's a weird way to plan things because we brew it the day after he shows up. So it's like scheduling time is not really as right.
I like the first one on the lineup, then there was the third one, and the stout.
Can you tell me what they're called again?
Stout.
Yep, that's,
Yeah, there's three I like, and this one was off.
Yep.
Okay.
And the
I give all of the beers like the ones I taste a 10.
So I'd like to thank Luke at Gridiron at the new location, not open yet, but soon.
Soon, very soon.
Soon.
Keep an eye. If you want to keep on buying growlers and cans, come to the old spot at 74 St. James Street.
Okay.
And we will be posting very soon when we're going to be opening up with the new space on Main Street. So thank you
Sweet.
very much for coming.
I will share it on our page when you guys are open. And
Absolutely.
thank you, Jill. And on to the next location.
Let's go.
You bon?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So thank you for watching this episode of. Wait. Thank you for watching this episode at Gridiron Brewing in Hampton, New Brunswick. Now we're on to the next location at Hampton Brewing, and let's see what's over there. Bye bye.